Hello and good afternoon. My name is Jason Levy, and I'm here to do a presentation with you on Education 5262 Qualitative Research. There are three sections to today's presentation. We'll jump through and get started in just a sec with the introduction, move to critical takeaways, and then close out with summary and conclusions. So I am Jason Levy. I've been at Temple for 14 years, and I'm interested in studying post-collegiate work for students who were involved in professional associations while in college, either undergrad or grad. There's several things that I've learned since the start of the course, and I'm more excited about the prospect of using this newfound information as I move down the path toward and during my dissertation. Learning about the paradigms that drive the field, developing a better understanding of the criticisms of the research type, and delving deeper into methodologies has helped me see the power and value of qualitative study. It's clearer than ever that the right study type, or when asking appropriate research questions, that qualitative strategies are the most applicable and provide excellent outcomes, data, and stories that can be used to deepen knowledge and so much more. In reviewing the information shared and learned in this course, the following 5 things are strong takeaways that I believe can and will apply to my research topic as I begin the proposal process. The 6 strategies and when to use them will be critical in the rough research idea that I'm currently exploring. I believe I can use all or many of them to help answer the research question, and I need to narrow the focus so I'll be effective and efficient in that process. Visiting with others who work on college campuses and learning about their historic involvement with professional associations, specifically related to their students or about their students, or from the students themselves, may be challenging. There could be lack of records or other myriad reasons why collecting the data will be challenging and difficult. It'll also be interesting and could be really enlightening. The importance of field notes, developing an interview guide, and using the findings to create a story to help the reader better engage with the research are all critical to program or process success. I didn't actually know that researchers went into the field with a formal field guide before reading DeWalt's Guide for Field Workers in the participant observation interviewing section in September. Knowing there's a craft associated with this type of research will help me move through the process in preparation of fieldwork interviews, participant interaction, and so much more. I also didn't realize how important the story was in sharing the research findings. Taking time to really develop and share nuances of the interlocutors adds a layer of depth and interest for the reader, and it makes things both compelling and human. The CIMI article about white supremacist perspectives also was motivational for me. While not the same, I believe I am immersed and or embedded in the areas I plan to research. Creating time for an iterative process. Write it, review it, creating drafts, and honing both the idea and the research outcomes all create a better document and proposal. It's important to take time, put pen to paper, and help the iterative process create outcomes that we have as expectations. I do all my research in the digital realm, and I don't like to write, but for this, I should still take time to create a framework and put pen to paper when I can. Knowing what evidence is needed to answer the question at hand is critical. Using artifact stories, conversation, interviews, etc., to provide a basis for the research adds value and depth to both process and outcome. Looking at artifacts, post-involvement surveys, reflections, doing the historical research with the associations and on the college campuses is critical. Learning about award winners or other data points, learning about what the students' perspectives were before and after their involvement are all interesting things that can be found in a myriad of ways. Just what parts and pieces of that evidence helps tell the story or answers the question may not be known until after or during the research. Making sure to understand the audience during the submission process, at revision or review, and when presenting the ideas in the work. Share stories, develop characters, creating something compelling from the research questions and the answers, so the end result is more than just answers to a research question. The perspective of the reader is critical to the success of this document or the work. I would think that my dissertation committee or an IRB would have very different perspectives about both content and substance. Making sure to research the needs and wants of each disparate audience, and then aligning these needs and wants appropriately with both the data and the story are critical for success. All of the previous topics roll up into this one at a base level. Taking time to iterate, using the strategies, after taking great notes and asking the right questions while collecting all the appropriate evidence will make for a strong submission. Taking time to form a great question, then developing a well-crafted answer that is concise, articulate, and effective for all audiences involved will help make the information digestible, interesting, and compelling. In conclusion, I'm excited about all of the things that I've learned and the applicability of the tools provided for my future research. Throughout the course, we've taken time to better understand the role and importance of qualitative research, as well as both methods and strategies and paradigms within the field. As a survey course, we took time to view a cross-section of research styles and the history and applicability of QLR. Having a better understanding of how people are situated in the world, what makes up the social fabric of society, is both very useful and interesting. And it lets us tell a compelling story using a variety of details, data, and more. Two of the most important takeaways for me are the concept of subjectivity and the researcher's impact on the research. By being part of the process, asking questions, creating interaction, and merely being in the space creates an outcome that is impacted by my involvement. It's an interesting framework and one that I think will be useful as I move forward in my work and as I create my final research projects towards my degree. Thank you for an amazing semester to everyone involved. I appreciate you very much.